Okay, so this is another video talking about um trying to talk about one of the weeks that I missed, which is week 11, reading response 11. Today I'm going to be answering question number 3, which is describe the Buddha's 6 supernatural powers. So we can take a look here. And so the supernatural powers that are talked about in Buddhism or in the Buddhist religion, they're not necessarily like superpowers like how you have like in present day, especially with a lot of superhero movies. You have like super speed, super strength. Um, that's not necessarily what these supernatural powers are. Instead, it's more like the effect or the abilities that a person gains when they have mastered what is called samadhi meditation. It's up here basically. Yeah, when somebody meditation has been attained, then 6 supernatural powers are attained. But here actually you see what's interesting is that the first five right here, the first five can be attained through samadhi meditation, but the final one can only be accomplished through a complete internalization of Buddha's teachings of the Four Noble Truths and the Lotus Sutra. It says, in other words, if you are able to change poison into medicine by transforming your suffering into causes of happiness, then you are exhibiting the miracle of supernatural power in the modern world. The first power here is the power of transformation, or Iddhivita. Basically, it says is basically talks about several abilities. This kind of encompasses several abilities possessed by Buddha, and one of the abilities, or some of the abilities, is the ability to create a projection of oneself, to walk on water, touch heavenly bodies, become invisible, walk through objects, and even fly sometimes. It's noted in some places. The second is the power of celestial hearing, also known as Dibasota. Um, Here we have the this is also sometimes called the divine ear, or clairaudience, or the psychic ear. These are some names that this second ability is known by, and it's the ability to ascertain things by listening and hearing them, regardless of distance or what realm the sound is originating from. So this is almost like super hearing. You don't need to be close by, but then you're able to hear things, or um gain knowledge of things by listening. The third is the power of discerning the minds of others. It's also known as um, paria. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Some people also call this telepathy or mind reading, but it's just the ability to have knowledge on the thoughts and the mental states of other people. Um, the fifth is, also rather, the fourth is the power of knowing past lives, also known as um, pubinivasa. Um, Yeah, some people also call this the recollection of previous habitations. And basically, as we know from rebirth and samsara, we know that there's different realms, and basically being reborn, or like every time a person is reborn, they're reborn into like a different realm, and a lot of the times you don't have knowledge of the realm that you were in previously, or the realms you've been in previously, so basically you don't have knowledge of your past lives. But here we see that there's an ability that gives you that knowledge, that the ability to know or have or remember experiences from your past lives. Um so if you take the name of like recollection of previous habitations, and knowing that past lives is kind of noted as being in different realms, and that makes sense. But this is the ability to remember the experiences of every past existence that a person has had. The fifth ability is the power of celestial vision, also known as Diba Kaku. Um, this is also the ability to, it's kind of similar to divine hearing. It's also known as the divine eye. But this is the ability to discern the karmic paths of people. So basically, it's almost like an extra field of vision, or like an extra sight that you have, that you can see the path of karma of certain people, whether they're amassing positive or negative karma, or like where their karma path is going to take them, whether it's going to be a positive or the negative direction. And then the last is the power of extinction of suffering. This is also known as azav azavakaya. Some people also call this the freedom from mental suffering and intoxicants. This basically is the freedom from the thoughts and the mindsets or the traits that are linked to the roots of suffering, such as desires and wants, kind of going back to the Four Noble Truths, almost knowing that there are cravings and thirst, but then this is the ability to cut off or like the freedom from those things that tend to hold people down in suffering. Yeah, so hopefully this was enough, or this was comprehensible enough to answer the question to describe the Buddha's six supernatural powers. Thank you.